Oh, what's up, guys? It's me, Ariel. Hi. Hello. Hi. And first, thank you so much for hitting 66 subscribers. And today we're gonna be reading Frindle by Clements, which we didn't do it for a really long time. And the next time I'm gonna be showing you the Sanrio game, and it's gonna be so much fun. So yeah, let us start. Yay! Wait! Are you forgetting something? Huh? Are you forgetting about me? What about me? Well, guys, this is the new character, Alfie. Hi, and I am the leader. That's what I have to say. Bye. Okay, now let's start. Frindle by Clements, Chapter 12. We read about 24 page, and we're starting from there. Mrs. Frindle turned her eyes up to nearly full power as she looked into the camera, and with a pale smile, she said, "It's not over yet." When Alice and the crew showed up at Nick's house, the Allen family was ready for them. Mom and Dad sat on the couch with Nick between them. Nick squinted into the lights. His mom had worked out with Nick what he could say and what he could not say. "You remember, young man," she had told him as she combed his hair, "these reporters are just looking for a quick story that will make some excitement. But you have to stay here and live in this town. So mind your P's and Q's." As they sat there on the couch, Mrs. Allen had a foot on top of Nick's under the coffee table, and as she pushed down, it means that the reporter had just asked the question that she was going to answer for him. Mrs. Allen did not trust the reporters. "So tell me, Nick, why did you make up this new world, Frindle?" asked Alice Saunderson. Nick gulped and said, "Oh, well, my teacher, Mrs. Granger, said that all the words in the dictionary were made up by people, and that they mean what they mean because we say they do. So I thought it would be fun to just make up a new word and see if that was true, you know." "And were you surprised when Mrs. Granger got mad about that?" asked Alice. "Oh, sorry guys, Alice was a girl, but I was actually saying like a boy, so sorry. Let me do it again. And were you surprised when Mrs. Granger got mad about that?" asked Alice with a smile. "There was a picture of Nick's foot, and his mother said, we never felt that Mrs. Granger got angry when everyone started using the word Frindle. It just got to be a disruption. That's all. She's really a fine teacher." "Yeah," said Nick. "I mean, I learned a lot of words, you know, and without her, I wouldn't have." "So, what's next for you and the new world?" Alice was wrapping it up. She could see that Nick and his parents were not going to be pushed into saying anything conversational. So, she just kept light and happy. I mean, why did I say conversational? I mean controversial. "Well," said Nick, "the fun thing is, Even though I invented it, it's not my word anymore. Everyone will figure out what happens together. Alice also had a short chat with the worry-looking Mrs. Chatham and a smiling Bud Lawrence, maker of the official Frindle. Then she got her opening bed and her closing bed, and the camera crew drove back to Carrington to edit all the pieces and put them together into a 2-minute news story. And the next night, when all the serious news about wars and oil prices and world food supplies had been talked about on the CBS Evening News, the anchorman looked into the camera's mouth, said, "It is believed by many that the word quiz was made up in 1791 by Dublin theatre manager named Daly. He had been someone that he could invent a brand new word into the English language, and he chalked up the letter quiz onto every wall and building in town. The next morning, there was, and within a week, people all over Ireland were wondering what it could mean, and a new word had been created. Quiz is the only word in English that was invented by one person for no particular reason. That is until now. Now there is a new word, Frindle, and here is Alice Richardson in Westfield, New Hampshire, with the story. Alice came on the screen with a short introduction. Then right there on TV, Mrs. Granger, Nick, and Bud Lawrence, and Nick's mom were talking to 20 million people about Frindles. One of those 20 million people was a producer. What's wrong with my face? My mouth. Producer for a late show with David Letterman. And another one of those 20 million people was a staff writer of People magazine. And another one was a writer for 321 Contact magazine for kids. Dozens of other writers and producers and marketing people saw that story on the news, and all of them smelled a great story, I guess. And during the next 3 weeks, every man, woman, and child in America heard about this funny new word that kids were using instead of the word pen. And kids in Ohio and Laura and New York and Texas and California started using it too, but Lawrence was suddenly flooded with orders for anything with the word Frindle on it, and he quickly got interested in it. But there's a complication. Bud Slower said, "You see that stack of orders there? Trouble. That's what it is. We got a trademark field, but it's only like an application. The whole country knows that little kid made up the word, and unless you make a deal with his dad, you're going to end up with nothing. Maybe even a big fat lawsuit. That kid owns the word." When Mr. Allen came home at lunchtime, just a picture and a caption, blah, 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 his wife told him that he had to call Bud Lawrence. Let's see, how many chapters are we going to read? Okay, we just have a little. Yay! It's something about the new word. This was not good news to Tom Allen. He was sick and tired of all the fuss, And being away from the hardware store so much while all this nonsense was happening have put him weeks behind on his paperwork. He'd be lucky now to get his Christmas order in time. Even though he didn't want to do anything about it, but he was an old friend, so on the way back to the store, Nick's dad went to Bud Alon's office. "Ah, Tom, good to see you," said Bud. He stood up and walked around his desk and traced his hand. "Have a seat." Tom sat down uneasily because I think he was a little shaky, and Bud pulled another chair of him. Ever since Wellsfield is so sad about everything in your life, you and Guinea must be proud of that boy of yours. But couldn't remember Nick's name. Tom shifted in his chair and nodded. "Yes, it's quite something, that's for sure. But I tell you, Bud, I'm ready for it all to just die down and blow away. Too much fuss." Instantly, Bud saw how to get what he wanted. "Well, Tom, I'm afraid it's not really going to go away. Looks like something started up and people are really interested. You probably saw those bright and red ballpoints around town with the word Frindle on them, right? That was my doing. Just testing the waters. But your boy, he owns the word. I got my lawyer to apply for a trademark a few weeks back because that's just the way I am. New thing comes along, I like to be right there in the middle of it." He grinned at Tom Allen, and Tom smelled that actually really lickly. "Right now, I got a skirt printer in Massachusetts, and another one in Chicago, and another one in Los Angeles, making t-shirts with them, the word Frindle above the pictures with a pen. I mean, it's Frindle. Its supplier has ordered so far for over 20,000 shirts. Profit on every one of those is going to be $2, maybe $3. And I'm talking with some big pen and pencil companies in Hong Kong and Japan about a deal that could be worth some really big money. They've seen this Frindle thing in the media, and they want to buy the rights to the trademark and make a new line of Frindle for kids. I'm not kidding. This is hot idea. But guess right. Just a thought of all this made Tom shrink back uncomfortably in his chair. It was too much fuss. "Tom, let me be direct with you. As the boy's guardian, you need to be the right thing about all this. I like to see where this is all going with. I'm going to take some risks, spend some money, see what happens, but I need your permission. I need your signature on these trademark papers, and I need to strike to deal with you about permission to use that trademark. I know it seems like a big ruckus about a word, but we just can't tell what's to come of it unless we take some steps." Bob pointed at the paper on his desk. "That's a contract, and it's fair and honest. It gives your boy 30%, whatever profits I might make. That's a fair royalty, generous for this kind of a deal. So, what do you say? Makes sense or no? Let me take care of all the fuss and see if some good doesn't maybe come off at all. The paper and a pen were there on the desk to Tom. He looked up at, then reached over, picked up the pen, or should I say Frindle, and signed both copies of the trademark papers and 3 copies of the contract. I've got no reason to doubt you one bit, bud, and I sure don't want to mess with any of this myself. Is that it? He asked, standing up. Not quite, Tom. Here. Then Bud Lawrence handed next out a check for $2,025. What's this for? That's what I owe Nick for sales of Frindles during the first 2 weeks. Explained, but with a smile. Tom looked at the check and said, "This is terrific, Bud, and I'm really glad about it. Because it sure helped Nick college. But I wish you'd just keep this between us. If Nick knew, he'd probably start mowing lawns, and I'd never get him to save another penny. So just between us, okay?" I said, "Sure, Tom. I understand. Just between us." And they shook hands. Mr. Allen left Bud's office and walked across the street to the saving bank. He set up a trust account for Nick, and the bank manager said he could make arrangements with Mr. Lawrence so any other money could be deposited automatically. That sounded good to Tom Allen. If he never heard another word about it, that would be fine. As Nick walked slowly back to the hardware store, I wondered if things were ever going to be back the same. So guys, that was the end of the story. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, subscribe for more videos. Think of me. Okay? Bye guys.